What's up, Juggies? It's your old pal McJuggernuggets here, and I'm gonna do this is kind of an interesting one, and it may be a little bit shorter of a discussion, just I didn't think this one out too hard, but I know enough information, so I say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. So Super Saiyan 4. Let's discuss Super Saiyan 4 and how powerful it was. And I'm going to say off the bat, it's definitely not as powerful as you may think it is. Because, unfortunately, well, let's start with, I wouldn't go into that immediately. But let's start with all the Super Saiyan forms. So we obviously know Super Saiyan is like a 50 multiplier to the fighters, strength and their power and everything. Like, it basically boosts all their power to like a huge level and everything. Super Saiyan 2 is a little bit step above that and everything. Wait, hold on, almost forgot. Super Saiyan Grade 2 is the semi-buff version of Super Saiyan, where it's a more powerful Super Saiyan. Basically, the first person to really use this was Super Vegeta or Vegeta. Well, he called it Super Vegeta, and he called it Ascended Super Saiyan and everything, where basically this is a more ascended version of the Super Saiyan. It's a little bit more control, but it's not buff. You can max out your muscles and everything to increase your strength. That one pretty much, it's still like Super Saiyan, but all it really does is increase your strength. It makes you slower. But Super Saiyan Grade 3 is the most powerful of their Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 1 and everything, and it had the Grade 3. It basically boosts your muscles to the max. We saw Goku and Trunks do this. Trunks, especially when he was fighting Perfect Cell, but unfortunately, it made his stamina weaker, which means he was slow as hell, and it really didn't make him all that much more powerful because it obviously wasn't still enough to even beat someone like Cell. So that one doesn't even matter. Like, you can buff up your muscles all you want, but that's not gonna be as strong. But like, Goku was obviously the first one to, pointing out the flaw in it. And let's get into Super Saiyan 2 is like after, like, you completely ascended beyond Super Saiyan and everything. And it's a next level, which requires a lot of training. You don't necessarily have to be dead to unlock Super Saiyan 2. But what we've seen from Gohan, it seems like unlock even more rage. Because we obviously know rage activates Super Saiyan and everything with the Saiyans and everything. But Super Saiyan 2 requires probably a higher amount of stress, because obviously Gohan in the tournament or Cell games was under a lot of stress after he's seeing the Z Fighters get the shit kicked in out of them and everything, and and all the anger after Android 16 was killed, he reached Super Saiyan 2, and for Goku. He had, and I think Super Saiyan, like, with stress and anger and a lot of training, can unlock Super Saiyan 2, which obviously Goku in the other world unlocked Super Saiyan 2 by doing a lot of training. Because at the time, he has, like, limitless power there. He's not going to die if he stresses out his power and everything. For example, Super Saiyan 3, we're getting into. Super Saiyan 3, oh yeah, by the way, Super Saiyan 2 doesn't have all the Grade 1 and Grade 2s and all of that. Super Saiyan 3 is like the maximum of the Super Saiyan power and everything, and this combines, like, this is a huge multiplier and everything, where it's a lot of power, and it's hard to you can't even master it, which is why Goku doesn't use it all the time in Super, because obviously, well, now he uses God and everything, which is why he prefers Super Saiyan more. But Super Saiyan 3 requires a lot of strength and everything, and it's timed, which means you can't use it forever, which is why Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks was strong but not effective. So I think Super Saiyan 3 is the weakest out of all of them there, but Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 is an interesting one, because this one requires a lot more. It requires you, turning into a Grade 8, turning Super Saiyan in your Grade 8 form, calming down to the point where you can turn into the Saiyan's primal nature and everything. And a Saiyan's primal nature is a lot of, like, strength. I think that one is, like, because obviously it's the highest level of Saiyans can go to. Everything, because, you see the fur and everything. Like, this is, the essential. This is what the Saiyans highest level of power goes to. And that's powerful for a Saiyan, don't get me wrong. Like, this is like Saiyans, you know, going beyond their potential of Super Saiyan 3 and everything. This is like, you know, their primal form. You can see, like, they look like actual fucking monkeys. The fucking red-ass tails and shit and everything. The only problem with that one is, I believe if you get your tail cut off in Super Saiyan 4, you'd probably turn back to your normal form, which is bad and everything. And that one seems to be more contained, because obviously in GT, we saw, and by the way, Super Saiyan 4 is, you know, it's fucking canon in GT. It's not even real in Super or anything. But let's talk about GT. We actually didn't see that Goku getting his tail cut off, but it was possible he'd probably revert back to his normal form, which is an issue. And you know, I wouldn't think it'll be like, you know, that strong enough. It's like, let's say Super Saiyan God, because Super Saiyan God is using God Ki, and obviously God Ki is different than normal Ki. But Super Saiyan form is up there, but not at all close to God form. See what I mean? Because Saiyans, you know, they're incredibly strong. They're like the most powerful, one of the most powerful creatures in the universe and everything, which I think Beerus said that and everything. And with the Super Saiyan 4 power, you know, we saw Goku and Vegeta, you know, they were able to, like, shoot a bunch of ki. Like, they were even able to fuse in Super Saiyan 4, and all that power of Super Saiyan 4 defused them in within minutes, which is also a problem. It's a lot of power, which is more contained, but it could also lead to a lot of losses and everything. Like, for example, Goku wasn't all that much more stronger than baby Vegeta when he was in Super Saiyan Grade 8 form and everything. He wasn't more, like extremely more powerful than him, obviously. So it can also be overpowered. It's pretty much like, you know, what a Saiyan's supposed to really look like. You know, like, I'm not a Grade 8 anymore, I'm a human Grade 8. And everything. It's like, I see Super Saiyan 4 as like the max evolution of a Saiyan should look like. Let's think of it that way. But it's not in the God spectrum there. The God spectrum is completely different than Super Saiyan 4. Which is maybe why, you know, Super Saiyan 4 never happened in Super. Maybe because it's just a little, because, you know, it's just kind of weird to explain and everything of how that works and everything. And, I mean, and also the thing is, it requires a tail, and not every character has a tail, unfortunately. For example, people like Gohan would never get that because it was explained that Gohan had a tail. Oh, actually, no, I'm fucking retarded. No, he could have that. No, I was about to say Goten and Trunks, for example. Those two, they couldn't get Super Saiyan 4s because they were never born with tails. There we go, Goten and Trunks, right. I heard that was confirmed and everything, that, you know, they were never born with that shit. So they couldn't be Super Saiyan 4. So it'd really be up to Goku, Vegeta, and maybe Gohan. That would be it. And that's probably not a lot of, you know, Saiyans if you turn Super Saiyan 4, which is the problem, which it would never work for half Saiyans either. So that's another problem with the power and everything. So yeah, I think Super Saiyan 4 is good. And that would be, you know, the maximum potential for, you know, a Saiyan and everything, their primal evolution. It's like the perfect Saiyans. That's why I think Super Saiyan form represents. It's pretty much, and it's like, you know, their max power, they're almost everything to the limit for them and everything. But the God spectrum, of course, is just too much, like, way bigger than Super Saiyan 4. Let's just be honest, it's gods and everything. So that's how I kind of explain the power of Super Saiyan 4 and everything. It's stronger than the other Super Saiyan powers, and it's the max evolution for Saiyans, because we all know Saiyans are extremely powerful, but it's not extremely powerful because they can still be overpowered still. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I have. Hope you like and subscribe and everything. And this one, I don't know, I didn't think a lot about this one, but I think it may do well and everything. Peace the fuck out.